My name is Henny Lasnani, and today I'm going to present the Tanglewood Store staffing strategy and planning. So first and foremost, Tanglewood Store in the highlight for today is the Tanglewood Store in Washington faced challenges in hiring and filing jobs vacancies, negative perception of the retail market for college graduates, and the potential scarcity of workers in professional and managerial sectors contribute to these challenges. So first of all, let me introduce what Tanglewood is. So Tanglewood was originally founded in 1978 by two entrepreneurs, Tanner Emerson's and Thurston Woods. Originally, they were called Tanner Wood with only one store that sold outdoors clothing and equipment that they themselves designed. It was because one of the unique merchandise quality and good customer service that won the heart of the people with its popularity, which then it made the business grow bigger. Emerson and Wood decided to rename the company to Tanglewood in 1978, which their business began to grow in the 90s. With about 243 stores in various parts of the US, which Emerson became the CEO and Wood as the president. So next, let's talk about the section 1. So HR planning analysis for the Tanglewood store in Washington, and here is how the table goes according to my predictions. So this is what it looks like. So for section 1, let's talk about the environmental scan. So firstly, there is a negative impression on the retail market for the recent college graduates. The retail market is labeled to require long hours, have a low pay, and frequently conflict with the lower level employees. At Tanglewood, some job openings rely on college graduates to fill them, taking them straight into assistant store manager positions as one of the company managerial tracks. And in this case, it can be considered fortunate as an assistant store manager positions and relatively high up in the hierarchy, meaning individual experience less of an impact of such stigma in the retail store market. And another thing is that despite this, company may still have difficulty recruiting lower level employees. While this can be overcome by Tanglewood emphasis on internal promotions, it is more likely that promotion can serve as an incentive for new college graduates and increase attention for lower level employees. And another thing is that although the high unemployment rate in the Pacific Northwest helped Tanglewood search for new candidates, the expansions for the Tanglewood and the managerial sectors of the labor market was expected to reduce the number of individuals available for the managerial position at Tanglewood. However, the potential shortage for workers means Tanglewood will have to increase the wages it offered to be higher, more competitive levels to attract new workers. In other words, it may not be significantly issues given the company's relatively high earnings and solid growth potentials. And these are the environmental scan table. According to the gap analysis, there will be shortage of store associates, shift leaders, department managers, and store manager in the next years. On the other hand, there will also be a surplus for the assistant store managers, as you can see in the table below. And let's talk about the section 2, which is the preliminary statement for the actions plan. And for the actions plan themselves, it drift between the store operations and the company philosophies. So Tanglewood is concerned about the gradual drift between the style of operations of each stores and the company original philosophies. So the company places a heavy emphasis on building quality relationship with both customers, worker, and the founders of Emerson's and Wood themselves are committed to developing a long-term and this family relationship with their worker as well. And employee participations and voice. Tanglewood encourages employee at all levels to participate and voice their opinions as always and suggests for improving the company. This is done through combinations of financial incentives and mandatory weekly meetings where employees are given specified time to speak up. So the company also maintains transparency with employees by sharing statistics on the company performance. The goal is to foster a sense of commitment and sense of community and teamwork among workers and align them with the company missions and values. And another thing is that participatory management styles. Tanglewood values a participatory management style where workers are viewed as a level as in the same level rather than a hierarchical structure with different kind of disparities. So in this approach, it helped to dispel the negative impressions of a frequent conflict with the lower level of employees, often that is associated with the retail market. And another thing will be attracting college graduates. This could help. One of the recommendations would for Tangwood to advocate its unique work dynamic to attract college graduates and make them aware of potential job opportunities within the company. Also, this approach would help fill the vacancies for store associates while also exposing new workers to the company's cultures and values, which can be preserved and promoted as they progress in their career. So another thing will be persons organizations match models. So to preserve the company's philosophy, the recommendation is to focus on the person organizations match models for future hiring. This model involves in hiring worker based on their personalities and also core values and beliefs, ensuring the alignment with Tanglewood missions and philosophies. So the company could also values the person jobs match with less because its team oriented work dynamic and willingness to train new worker make specific jobs qualifications for less crucials. And another thing it would be a unstructured assessment method. This one challenge within the person's organization match model with the lack of standardized tests or structures methods to measure and assess a candidate's stabilities. This may make the hiring process more time consuming because it takes a lot of time. However, careful selections of suitable candidates can lead to lower turnover rate and reducing this the company social cultures and allowing for a core workforce that preserve the company missions and goals. So another thing that we're going to talk about is analyzing the Tanglewood affirmative action plans. So the company priority for affirmative action goal is to retain correspondence between the current representations and the available workforce. So the greater emphasis on achieving better gender representations, current examination of other demographic group plan for the futures, realistic for the company to meet goals based on analysis of incumbencies and availabilities, external hiring of women has greater emphasis than minorities. Incumbency percentage of women meet standard for store associates and shift leaders. Focus on increasing incumbency of women as department manager in internal promotions of women can also help meet affirmative companies' actions goals. So another thing that we need to prioritize is as well is that weekly meeting and participations activities to use for identifying potential candidate for the promotions and increase for the increased participatory activities can make employee to have good productivities to be more productive and to monitor incumbency of women as stores associate and shift leaders to ensure that intake is maintained. Another thing will be external hiring can be complex due to unique work dynamic, resulting in opportunity costs and sacrifice of hiring individual not suited for company culture effective turnover rate and preservations of philosophies. Another thing is also like sacrificing of hiring individual not suited for the company culture effect turnover because another aspect was also trade-off between quantity and quality of worker for demographic representations and philosophy preservations and incumbencies of minority as store associate and shift leaders is relatively low and current focus is not on the other demographic groups for the affirmative action plans. And another thing will be similar recruiting practices can be used in the future in the company with more emphasis on external hiring of lower level employees. So for the section 4, let's discuss that the data provided for the case study widely focuses on the Tanglewood store in Washington. However, the specific target from the case study may not be applicable to other Tanglewood stores, and different store location may also have a unique environment and demographic populations. All Tanglewood stores share a common interest in the common philosophy though and desire for employees to align with original values of Emerson's and Wood missions. And all stores can adopt a centralized method and philosophy of operation to preserve Tanglewood's unique cultures. And I understand that managing all 243 stores is really difficult and it could be really challenging. So therefore, the company needs to have like a lot of improvement to regulate these interactions and discussing among the regional stores is very very important. And expanding the idea of employee participations and teamwork is also very important and enable because this will be enable the store to learn each other and to ensure that everyone is on track. So let's talk about the action plan. So for the action plan, these are basically the memo that I've wrote, and these are basically the 3 advice that I would given to as an HR to consult regarding what Tanglewood should have done better in their company. So these are basically the top 3 advice that I would give to Tanglewood. So thank you for listening.